My hair isn't. Hi,
Hello and welcome.
welcome,
It's the
welcome.
cat and are you already undressing?
I'm hot. It's getting hot in here. See, that's the thing with the songs again. I popped up. Well, welcome back. I'm Kat. You're Anna.
I'm Erna. Yes, this is the Cat and Erna show. Whee!
It
Your week
is.
your weekly dose of spirituality, of hypnotherapy, of um life, of us, of well, anything that we sort of discuss sometimes. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Okay,
No, it's not.
that's a wrap.
There's
That's a
more.
wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap. Well, Anna, today we were going to do a live on YouTube
Yes, we were, and us being so technically evolved
and prepared.
and prepared.
So well prepared. We're not live.
No, no, we could
What
do it next
happened?
week maybe.
You're the tech guy girl thing. So you
Well,
looked into it and
yeah, I thought this morning, you know what? Let's just check it out. Let's just try to go live, see how it
Mhm.
works. So I clicked the video thingy on top of the page where you
Mhm.
can upload, and then I pressed go live. Nothing happened. There was this notification that said that it could take 24 hours before we were able to live stream. I was
But
like,
then it's not live streaming. Then it's us waiting to be able.
yeah,
Yeah, it is live streaming. But if we want to do the live now, then it's not live. Then it's
no,
I don't know.
no.
Hmm.
Then we should well,
But
actually, I think it's for in on all the channels that we can use for live. Well, except maybe for Facebook.
but I'm thinking I saw a post.
You saw a post?
Totally, I saw a post.
Okay.
I'm totally being honest here and making everyone know that I know nothing about YouTube and going live. But I saw a post. One of my Facebook friends asked for us to like or follow, I can't remember, his YouTube channel for him to be able to go live when he wanted to. So that makes sense now. So he needed 50 subscribers. And I think we have 23. So for us to be able to go live, we need
Oh, we
you
still have
to
to.
subscribe. Yeah, for us to go live now and not prepare the live. If we pop up like,
Ah,
oh, we have something we want to talk about right now, then we need more subscribers.
yeah. So
So what are
how?
you doing out there? Why aren't you subscribing? What do you need from us? Come on, come on, come on.
Yes,
What's
we're
going
so
on?
hilarious. We've got so
At
much to
least we
say,
think
and
so.
well, actually, we do have a lot to say. I think
We do.
only sometimes it's
Go on. Sometimes it's just on a rant, I know. But I
yeah.
have something I feel like sharing.
Okay, share.
This week I went to a, what is the word in English? There is a psychic medium standing on like a stage,
Yeah.
and there is an audience, and she is giving messages from spirits to the audience.
Yeah.
And I went with
Sort
one
of
of my,
Derek Ogilvy.
once again, she's speaking Dutch.
Derek Ogilvy. Derek Ogilvy was a medium that did the same thing. He was on TV but also on stage. And okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
him.
A lady
Yes,
medium.
yes. And I went with a fellow student from the course I went on. And we went to receive messages, but also to watch how others do it and to be kind of critical to, is she cold reading? Is she asking leading questions? Is she for real? What can we learn from this? Also the good things. And my friend had, the one we went to see had her suggested from her mentor that I also know. And her mentor said, she is amazing, but she's kind of strict. So we were prepared, but not enough. Oh, shit. She had an attitude that was like, I'm the boss, what I say goes, you need to do what I told you to, or
Ooh.
else. That's the attitude.
Oh,
So she started, and when she opened her mouth, if you feel like I talk fast sometimes,
no.
the good thing about that was she had like maybe 30 connections within 1.5 hours or so, maybe
That
more,
is actually
because it
quite
was
a
boom, boom,
lot.
boom, 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 boom. Yeah. But then after the first one, some began to clap, and not all of the audience did. And her response was, well, when I'm in Greenland, everybody claps.
Oh,
Okay, better clap now.
oops, oops.
Like that.
The boss says so.
Oh, and then she asked a lot of questions. Is your father dead? Did he have a? Did you used to?
So she was
And
sort of leading.
she was leading. Um, and if they said yes, yes, because that's what he's telling me. If they said no, well, because he tells me it isn't so. Um, but
Oh,
but she actually was really, really good, because she could tell something. There was a person who had a recipe for some cookies from one of her grandparents or something. And she could tell that, well, you didn't do that recipe in December, did you not? You didn't. You used to, but you didn't. Or she used to have a brooch and it was shaped like a leaf. True. You're looking for a job right now, or you are planning to move. So she knew all of that, but it became, mm, I couldn't really, the strictness and the questions, and then she actually knows what she's doing, just got me confused. I don't know what to believe here, because at one point she asked a question again. She asked a question, and the person replied um, that he didn't know or something like that, and she said, "Well, that doesn't matter because I know," or something. I don't care because I know. I don't care because I don't. I know. Another
oh.
one took a little while to respond, and her response was, well, either you know or you don't know. And I'm like, it is people
Is
who might be grieving. It is people who, the person could have been gone for 30, 40, 50 years.
yeah,
And the memory is kind of vague, and they need to just sit and adjust on the emotions and everything.
yeah.
Mm,
That's kind of harsh, huh?
kind of. So it wasn't, no, it was an experience though.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the same with this guy I mentioned. It was it was nice to see, but like you said, there were questions. He wasn't that strict. He was actually very amicable and laid back and um but there were questions and he was constantly checking if he was right.
Mm,
But also he was really good. And
mm.
it made me wonder, and now that you're telling this, it also made me wonder, could I do something like that for people?
Yeah. And for
Not that
me,
I want to be on stage or but just to comfort
yeah.
someone, you know?
And that's the thing I want to do, because I enjoy, and seeing people feeling such joy, and they cried, some of them,
Yeah,
maybe because they were afraid of her, I don't know. But
would be.
it was a cry of gratitude, and not, it was
Yeah,
just, yeah. She could also tell about someone who had been murdered, and that she had been murdered with a knife. So she was good. She
Yeah.
knew what she was doing, but the
Yeah.
way she was doing it wasn't. We've been taught at the course I'm on, don't ask questions. And it is really, really hard not to,
Yeah.
because I get a picture or a sentence or something else, and I'm like, did you used to live in a house that is la la la? And instead of that, I need to say that I'm seeing a house that is da da da. Do you
Yeah.
recognize that?
Yeah.
And the recognize that could also sound like a question, but if you say, did you, then it's more like, okay, I need to go that way or that way when
Yeah.
she answers.
But it actually is the same as does that make sense?
Mm. Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Does that
But
make
if
sense?
you say, do you recognize it? Yeah, it could also be yes or no. But can you tell that it's difficult to give that message without? Then you should just say, I saw that you lived in a house that was blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That is actually what we're being taught. But with the, I think that comes with more training and more
Confidence?
confidence. Because that is what I'm seeing, that is what I'm getting, so that should be what I should give.
Yeah,
Just
because
that
you
I
tune
saw that
in
you lived.
to
Yeah,
that person that you have in front of you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it is difficult. It's not to say that it isn't difficult. I just thought when she is a person who goes to Greenland, Norway, Sweden, Germany, the US, and Denmark, that she would be a bit more empathetic and not asking so many questions.
Well, maybe she just learned to be so strict because otherwise people are making a mess of things, or
Yeah.
because everybody in the audience wants something
Mm,
of you, of her.
mm.
And if she isn't setting her boundaries, oh my gosh, we're going from is this real or fake confidence to boundaries.
And she needs to set boundaries,
Yeah.
and everyone doing that and doing a lot of other stuff needs to do that, but there are different ways to do it.
Yeah,
This was
exactly.
fear, it wasn't respect. It was
Yeah.
just like, oh, dare I say something? Maybe, maybe not. She announced that she had a course later this year so that you could learn to do what she's doing. And I looked at my friend because I know that she wants more courses, she wants to be an expert, she wants blah blah. So she's always looking. So I looked
For
at her,
something, yeah.
smiled, and then we didn't talk about it until we were in the car. She said on the way out, let's just wait to the car. I was like, yeah, let's do that. It was the help. So in the car, I was like, that's for you, if you dare to, because as a student, I would feel like she would be strict as well. Like,
Probably.
oh, that's what you're getting, so believe it, or, well, that's not true because I'm not. So I learned that that is not a way that I want to be. And maybe it's just who she is as a person in general, just like boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
could be. Could
Yeah.
be.
But I would have hoped that she had adjusted just a bit for
Yeah.
the audience because it
But you
was,
know, that's still it's I think it's really good to go to other people in the same field and see what they do and then take from it what is
yeah,
beneficial for yourself. And that goes for everything in life.
yeah,
If you want to do something, just try and look for people in the same field and then see what you can pick up from them.
yes, exactly. How do I want to be perceived and how do I not
Yeah,
want to? Um, and also recognizing that within me, some of the things that she's doing could lie within me, and do I actually do that? And now experiencing it myself, and it triggers me. Then maybe I should
so
adjust
maybe
something.
she was a mirror to you as
No,
well.
she wasn't. No,
Okay.
it was an example,
Ooh,
but she
ooh,
wasn't.
okay, okay.
I am.
But yeah,
No,
you're right.
I have
It wasn't
I have
general.
enough insight so that I know that. But it was fun. At least we have something to talk about for years now.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, remember that one
And
time?
well, either you know or you don't know. Which is it? But, and
Oh, well,
do you feel like answering a person who's saying that to you? It's like, oh, never mind, move on to another person because I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
feel
yeah. Don't
safe
pick
here.
me. Instead of,
Yeah.
oh, pick me, pick me, don't pick me. Thank you. Thank you.
My friend wanted to be have someone contact her, and she actually asked him to come that day. She has been telling him not to come in other occasions, but this day she wanted to, so that she could tell if that person did a good enough job.
Mhm.
And the first half, I was rooting for him to come. I needed him to come
Yeah.
because of all of the questions. And in the end, I thought maybe she decided not to and told him to stay away because she didn't want him to come. Well, she
Did
didn't,
you
but
ask?
I asked. He didn't, but
Oh, well,
yeah,
maybe he was just last in the line of a lot of people that wanted to come through.
he is a person who comes through when he wants to.
Oh,
I've had
okay,
him,
okay.
and on the course he's been there, and that was funny. We were sitting and we were practicing um, connecting, and one person had to stand up and talk about the person they had come through.
Yeah. Yeah.
And right before that, my friend went into another room to tune in because she needed to be alone to do that. She went out, and her mentor, who's on the course as well, stood up and she started talking about this person. And I was like, that sounds like him. And then she said, well, I'm not sure I can continue because the person who he is coming for isn't here. And she had told him not to come. And even though the mentor shoved him away because another one was also there, he kept
Push
trying.
this.
Yeah,
Oh, oh. So he did have a message for her.
yeah. And before we really knew each other, me and she's in my study group.
Yeah.
Um, I had a message out of the blue. That's when I didn't recognize that it was clairvoyant messages. I thought it was just my thoughts.
Yeah.
And then I had this sight of a lot of birds and a song and a feeling that I need to write her about it. And she started crying because
Oh,
that was such a clear message from him. And he pops up once in a while, and I've never, I didn't know
oh,
anything about him.
okay. Come in.
So usually he's quite consistent and wanting to be heard. But
Wow.
on that
Well,
day,
maybe he just figured that this wasn't the good stage for him to come out.
yeah, I think so. Or maybe others were more persistent.
Could be. Yeah,
Could
could
be.
also be.
Yeah. So,
But
hmm?
yeah, oh, that's quite the thing, huh? You never know, actually.
You never know.
No. So how did we get from go not going live to this? See, this is what I love because this is how it goes for us. Eh? It flows. So even in the new year, we're still doing this.
Mhm.
Did you set any New Year's resolutions?
No, I never do.
Yeah, me neither. Me
I
neither.
can't. People, in my opinion, who do it often do it because they feel like they have to do it.
No.
Oh, I'm going to choose something, and on the day or the day before, they're like, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, lose weight, stop smoking, mm, run more or something, exercise
Yeah.
more. But they don't have a plan. They
Yeah,
just
exactly.
pick something, and that's, in my opinion, why many of the New Year's resolutions don't work.
Sort of it's sort of like a game. Oh, let's pick this. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I
never
make
I
I
never
make
do it.
goals all year long, and then I just,
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
yeah.
Me too. I
But
don't see the sense in New Year's resolutions.
And
And it's
for
not
some people it
even,
might work, but
yeah,
I
I was
think
just gonna say it's
90% of people, it's just something, and they do it maybe the first week or 2 weeks of January, and then they don't.
yeah. Yeah, and then you can ask yourself, is this really what I want? Apparently not, because it's so easy to give up on it.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Hmm.
oh my gosh, when you do that,
It's like a light bulb on top of my head, like, hmm.
okay, what's the light bulb?
The light bulb is, if you really wanted to do it, then you would have done it already. But
Maybe. Yeah,
maybe,
you don't wait until New Year's. If I want to
ah,
change something now, I'm not going to wait until December
it's the
23.
14th of January today, and you want to change something. Okay, chit chit. Or wait,
Yeah,
like 12 or 11 and a half months.
yeah, exactly.
Your choice.
Because I can only do it as a New Year's resolution. Well,
Yeah.
maybe then the need is so high to change it that you actually do it.
Or maybe you've forgotten all about it, or maybe you've just accepted that this is how things
It's
are.
like what it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. No,
Hmm.
I'm like you. I set goals as I go along and then I adjust them if necessary or reach them and be free.
And it's also okay to say that, well, this was what I wanted, but now it's not. But you just have to be clear about if it is because it becomes too difficult or if it is because you really don't want it.
Yeah.
And that can actually be quite a challenge, speaking from experience.
Yeah, that's the pitfall that you can,
Mm,
that's the pit that
it
you can
is.
fall into. Well, you know what I mean.
I know. When you said that, okay, now there's a danger that we're going on a rant now.
Okay.
I had a dream that it's been raining really like a
Oh,
lot.
you've been in the Netherlands.
No, I've been in freaking Denmark and it rains all the time, apart from now.
Oh,
But I dreamt first something about a pool and someone wanting to hide, yada yada. And then my husband came home and he was angry and da, da, da. And then all of a sudden I looked in my garden and there was this big hole like quicksand, but not with the sand, just like a regular garden and a big hole. And in that hole were a giant mattress wrapped in plastic, um, and some iron thingies, long cylinders, and there were this white, like you have if you have the thing over your stove where you can hold the
the,
food
the yeah,
thing,
the
the
smell and
white,
the
yeah, there's this,
condense and
this
yeah,
white
okay.
thing inside of
Yeah,
it,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and that was being pulled into that hole, like
Huh?
disappearing. And then I looked at it and I tried to call for help. My husband was asleep because he had been on work, at work during the night, which is
Yeah.
true at the moment. So I couldn't call him. And I wanted to call my mom's husband, but the phone wouldn't dial. It's like I couldn't get in contact. Then I wanted to call my dad and it didn't. And then I looked out again and then there were plenty more shit in that hole that became bigger and bigger. And I was like, is it consuming everything in a minute? Is the house going to? That was weird.
That is
Never found
actually
out.
kind of scary as well.
Hmm?
A
Isn't it weird?
black hole that's sucking in everything.
Yeah. We need someone who can translate dreams.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Mm,
I would love that.
mm.
I
I
have
have
this
good
book
dreams.
about dreams, and I used to be very invested in that. but that was 100 years ago. And now I still always remember my dreams, and sometimes I write them down. But yeah,
I never get to write them down. I forget. But I still
yeah,
remember them. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have this dream that was so nice, or that I can't stop thinking about during the day, that I'm like, I want to get in that same dream
Yeah.
and figure out what it is all about.
Yeah.
So I try to get into that dream the next night as well. And sometimes it works, and that's so much fun.
Yeah. Do you also have the dream where you can fly?
Oh yeah, I love flying.
Yes. It happens rarely, but the thing about landing on a roof and then just bounce off of it and then fly again, fly again. I love it. I
Yeah, or
love it.
just jump up and then fly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
so cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
off topic.
Maybe we could do an episode about dreaming.
Yeah. Good idea.
Let's do that.
Let's.
Okay. So next week we are aiming to do a live.
We are aiming to do a live, but we need for you to subscribe to the channel
Yeah.
because
Follow, like.
yeah, and share. Please do, because we
Yeah.
want to go live when we want to go live and not plan to go live. Or we can
No.
plan to go live, but right?
Yeah.
And then you won't miss out. Who would
Exactly.
want to miss out? I wouldn't.
Me neither. We're
No.
hilarious. We're good.
At least we think so.
That's fine.
So, yeah,
Let's call it a wrap. This was
it's
your
a wrap.
weekly dose of us. Next week, tune in for more.
Yes, please. And look out, because we might be going live. Or we will.
Yes, we might.
We might. We need
Bye.
for you to subscribe. Bye.